From Amateur Radio Newsline Report number 2035, these are the Ham Nation headlines for Wednesday, November 2nd, 2016. While any special event station can put a new country in your log or a colorful certificate on your shack wall, here's one that's actually putting food in the mouths of children.
The hunger and poverty so prevalent among youngsters in Southern Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa is being felt now as well in the world's amateur radio community, which is raising consciousness as well as funds to help. Organised by Hams for Kids, a project of the Polish Amateur Radio Union PZK, the project will donate 2 cents to UNICEF for every unique QSO with station SN4KIDS. Operating on the HF bands, the station will continue to operate until the 13th of November. The station can also be found on 6 metres. Amateurs have been eagerly making contact, and the organisers have been reporting on their Facebook page that the number of QSOs has been growing. As of the 15th of October, they reported more than 2,000 QSOs, and it's far from over yet. So be listening for SN4 Kids and know that your contact translates into something more than just QSL cards. Hams are also sending help. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm John Williams, VK4JJW.
A special event indeed. Hams deal with space weather regularly, but what about everyone else?
Federal agencies now have until April to devise a comprehensive plan to predict, detect, and deal with solar flares and other so-called space weather disturbances that could interfere with the nation's technology. Everything from GPS systems to satellites to the power grid itself. President Barack Obama's October 13 executive order directed Homeland Security, NASA, the Secretary of Defense, and the Secretary of the Interior, among other offices, to find ways to be alert to such occurrences, including geomagnetic storms. The Obama administration has ordered the agencies to find ways to protect or quickly repair the infrastructure consistent with the goal identified in the nation's 2015 National Space Weather Action Plan. The order outlines the implementation of the plan as a coordinated effort among agencies. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Mike Askins, KE5CXP.
While kids were innocently trick-or-treating for Halloween, others in the Empire State were out watching for dangerous pranksters.
It's called Pumpkin Patrol because a lot of times there's a lot of mischievous people around on the 30th and 31st of October. It started in 1976 by a young lady. She overheard on her CB that somebody had thrown a rock or something over a bridge that crosses the New York State Thruway. Her and 2 other friends decided they were going to go and park near 3 of these bridges down that area, and if they see something suspicious, they were going to call the local authorities.
And so was born the New York Pumpkin Patrol. Al May, WA2KFV, coordinates the Ham volunteers for his county. It grew from CBers, and later Hams joined in to assist the local police and the New York State Patrol. May says there are several hundred amateur operators who volunteer their time, being extra set of eyes on the thruway bridges.
The troopers and the thruway took over organizing all the people. There's hundreds of bridges that cross the New York State Thruway. It's a big job for them. We feel that we're a very important part of this, giving them a hand. It's been a very successful program.
For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Kent Peterson, KC0DGY.
For the rest of this week's Amateur Radio News, please listen to the full Amateur Radio Newsline report online, on a repeater near you, or on shortwave radio station WTWW at 9930 and 5085 kilohertz. And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news for 4 decades and counting at www.arnewsline.org. With John Williams, VK4JJW, Mike Askins, KE5CXP, Kent Peterson, KC0DGY, Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe, I'm Don Wellbanks, AE5DW. 7-3. We'll see you next time here on Ham Nation.